My name is Gwyneth Boyke, and this is my reading strategy presentation. For my reading strategy, I've selected close reading, which directs both the teacher and the student to carefully examine a passage of text in order to understand every detail. It trains students to analyze text to gain a deeper understanding of the intended message. The Texas Journal of Literacy Education notes, close reading encourages students to develop a deeper understanding of challenging texts they are required to read. Teachers guide students through the meaning of the text layer by layer. Close reading eliminates the need for teachers to give students too much background information about the author's intended meaning. Fisher and Fry warn teachers must be aware of the risks as well as the benefits of pre-teaching or background information to make wise instructional decisions about when and why they can judiciously use it. Pre-teaching should be avoided when planning inquiry-based instruction and close reading of a complex text. Close reading instead encourages students to discover the meaning themselves as they peel back the layers of a text. The outcomes of close reading would be to allow students to develop a deeper understanding of the text and the author's intended message, as well as fostering an analytical thinking in students that can be used inside and outside the classroom. Some major components of the strategy. I would implement close reading into almost every instance of literature instruction in my classroom. Part of literature instruction's premise is to train the student to examine texts and judge them as they are meant to be received, and this can be achieved by implementing close reading into the curriculum. I would encourage students to annotate and code text when reading in a work, looking for key elements that could point to the author's tone and message. And then for my demonstration of the strategy, we have an excerpt from How Does the Hurricane Form? And as you can see, I have gone through and annotated and underlined and circled and added notes as I went along. As I read line by line, I would circle key elements as well as note different things that I noticed as I read through. And you can go through and underline or circle and kind of underline certain points that are united and circle certain points that are united, but it's kind of case by case, is whatever works well for you. I even have some squiggles in there as well, and then just some thoughts I have in these thought bubbles and really big emphases on this side. Try to separate them as best I can, but I just went line through line and how I separated stanza by stanza just to better interpret the author's meaning. In conclusion, while close reading can be utilized to uncover layers of meaning in literature and poetry, it can also be employed as a reading strategy in context of grammar and writing instruction. When students engage in peer reviews or self-reflection, they are simultaneously engaging in a form of close reading. I would encourage them to read and annotate their text and their peers' text carefully so that they can efficiently evaluate the quality of the work. And here are my references.